Alright, I know it's been a while, or you can see quite a bit has been done. I wasn't able to get recorded, but basically it's time to put the intake on. I actually had it on already, test fitted, and forgot to put the oil guard on, so I had to take it back off, take the rockers off, and now I'm gonna have to readjust the rockers and all that, so that's kind of stink, but at least now I can get it on video because I didn't have time earlier. Got the new pin from the machine shop, so I got the timing cover and chain on. Fuel pump's on. Actually, I already filled it with oil. 6 quarts of royal purple. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw the Edlebrock intake back on there. Okay, all done. Now time to drop the intake on. So I'm not gonna forget to put the oil baffle on this time. That would really stink. Okay, that's in. Perfect. Okay, so we just got the oil baffle in. Intake manifold cleaned up. Throw a little more RTV. Now I think it's time to just throw the intake on here. Sorry, my phone ran out of battery there for a second. Just getting all these intake bolts together. Alright, now time to grab the torque wrench. Alright, so time to get roller rockers on. Actually, first we're gonna put these custom push rods in from Trend Performance. So I really like these. They made them up for me in like a day. See, there's no there's no weld point, so it's kind of like a one-piece looking deal. We're just going to slide these in. Got 11 FE because there is no and then we're gonna drop these rockers on. They're a little bit tricky. They really like to fight with you. Come on. And of course this one did not. We always got one. Gotta move the whole thing up now. Messing them up again. Okay. Perfect. As you can see now how big of a pain these are. They're on. Okay. Gonna take some brake clean. Just clean off this Sharpie marker over here. Okay. Gonna throw this one oil bolt in there. I just make me feel better with the stock oil bolt, and then the rest I'll keep nut instead. And then I'll show you guys a way I learned to adjust these. I'm gonna look at what Ford says. Torque these to 40 to 45. So I'm gonna loosen these up, torque them down, and then get the other side on, and then I'll be right back. All right, got the rest of the roller rockers on. I'll show you guys how I've been adjusting these. It's a little trick I learned actually from another guy on YouTube. Sounds like it worked. It's been working good for me. So, let's see, this one's on the compression strokes. So basically, go till you have some play. Take that lash out of it. Spin your push rod too until you can barely spin it. Not spin it all right there at that point. Stop. Tighten it up. I actually don't have to tighten it since you'd probably do that again, but okay, next one. I'm just spinning that push rod. As soon as it gets tight and feels like it's gonna stop right there. Go to this next one. Right there. Okay, that one's on a open stroke. So this one here, we've got a little play. I'm using this paper towel just because these push rods are oily. So it's easier to spin them like this. Okay, right there. And I'll be definitely videoing the break-in and first drive, so we can definitely see if this method works. Okay, we're basically just setting it everything to 0 lash. Don't even need that wrench right now. So as you can see, did all of these. What I'm going to do next, which you can't see, but kind of self-explanatory, turn the engine 90 degrees. Just 90 degrees, right? And then set it all again. If I can find my other wrench. I'm going to rotate the engine another 90 degrees and go through the whole thing again. You want 2 to 3 full rotations on the engine. I'd go 3 just to make sure. And soon you should be doing them all, and they should all be tight every time you're doing them. And then after that, I'll show you what I do next. I just put 3/4 of a turn, set the lash to take the slop out of the lifter, because it's hydraulic lifters. And according to the guy that does this, it should work on anything with a flat tap hydraulic lifter. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've done 1 full rotation on the engine now, spinning all the push rods, and I can't feel any slack in them. They're all good and tight. So basically, to adjust, all you do to get all the lash out of it, just turn it. If your push rod will be loose, some of them, turn them, do each one, turn them until you feel a little bit of resistance, and then tighten it. Stop it right there. That's where you want it. And just rotate the engine 2 or 3 times. And what I like to do is just keep going until they're all tight, and I do another rotation just to make sure. So now I'm gonna lock all these in, or actually not lock them in yet, because the final adjustment is 3/4 of a turn. So just 1, 2, 3, boom. Supposedly that's it. It's done. It's adjusted. The ISO claims you should not have to do hot lash. It should start up and run perfect. So we'll see. I don't mind though. You know, if it's missing or whatever, we'll just pop it off and give this thing a hot adjustment. But yeah. So next what I'm gonna do, pop spark plugs back in there, and then throw the valve covers on and drop the distributor in. So I will be, you don't want to watch me put spark plugs in. So right after I finish this, I'll turn it back on to get the valve covers on. Alright, time to try to throw these valve covers on. So get the right size. Alright, so I got those on. Now it's time to put the distributor in. So I'm just going to get a top dead center. Top dead. Cover up this intake, and stab it in here. I'm just going to kind of point this towards cylinder 1. Take our nice clean hold down with the new bolt from the bolt kit. These little electronic modules in here can go out. So fairly soon I'll probably switch to an MSD. Make sure you serial number 1's gonna end up here. Looking good. Okay, now I'm gonna push these down. Knock this thing in. There we go. So I think that's probably about all for right now. It's past midnight, so I should probably head in. Alright, so there's an engine in the truck. Yep. Finally got it in after lots of fighting. Had to fight this thing quite a bit. But got all the bell housing bolts on. I just need to get the motor mount bolts and then the flex plate. I think it's like 4 bolts in the flex plate. Get those in, and yeah, I mean the motor will be all bolted down. Next thing is just get the starter on, get all the pulleys and stuff on, and throw the carb on it. Fire this thing up tomorrow, so I'll get back to you guys when I got all that stuff on. Alright, so I'm getting ready to turn this thing over just to see if the starter, just down here, I got in, mesh is at. Got everything hooked up. So, and the starter barely cleared the headers. I had to turn the whole starter to get it to fit. But yeah, I'm just gonna see if this thing turns over. I'm trying to do checks in my head. I think everything's good. It's got oil and stuff. There's no spark though. Wire's not connected. No fuel. So it's not like it's gonna start, but let's see what this thing does. Sounds good to me. All right, it's about ready to start up and run for the first time. Gonna break it in. I'm gonna leave the vacuum advance off for now, just so we can find a good timing spec. But yeah. So that'll be next. So it should hopefully start up. If I need to kill it, I can just pull this. It's gonna be really loud.